who I think Hollywood will also be competing against in a chess match at some point
and that's
over the next few weeks.
That's a beautiful kill. Look at what it's opened up. This is just going to be, this is a round over. Like, just as a call, this is a perfect counter. Annihilation is on his own.
Well, he has to do everything. We'll see how much he can get. It's the first on towards Roy, under a lot of pressure now, down to 5 HP, and he actually gets a second kill out of that. Finally, nicoodoz will remove him from the site, and here comes a quick rotation up through mid.
That's actually, I mean, he did just enough to make this doable. I'll take it back. I thought that was going to be a much quicker, a much cleaner entrance from fnatic hopping out of halls, and now they've got to hold off this retake.
Oh, the P250 still stands, but Techno 4K has kicked things off on the retake. The Joberettas! Oh, wow, okay. Techno with the spin. He finds 3 kills and the defuse. Important stuff ahead. We'll see what Fnatic's rifles may employ a little bit of speed. Mezii's been pretty good in this tournament so far, just kind of leading by example. But the main fight here we'll keep an eye on is nicoodoz and FASHR looking to take Fnatic control away from score and annihilation, and they've done a pretty good job at that. Kid obviously speaking to you before this, Jason. Thinks they've got a good read on their playstyle. Well, they've lost the first player in this gun round.
One thing we noticed yesterday against EG was this IHC defense sometimes playing it pretty passively, falling back, playing deep in the bomb sites right out of the gate. So I think that's kind of what the idea was there. Send Roy around the corner with a flashbang, see if he can take a fight over towards Pit, and obviously loses out on it. All from Annihilation works out well. He started 4-1, and IHC have a 5-on-3. 2 smokes, no flashbangs, no Molotovs for the Fnatic attack. Well, there's some extra utility dropped up towards the top of Banana, but I think it's just one more smoke.
Get a boost score up into new box. And still another smoke that KRIMZ now has to call to his teammates. It's a bit unfortunate here for Fnatic, but eventually they've just got to go, and they're going to smoke out CT.
I mean, they would probably love to have a flashbang right now, because that's a deep smoke they could have lined up in and used a pop flash to get a really, really quick fight out of it, but now they kind of have to wait for it to fade.
Oh, the nade's coming in at a perfect time too. KRIMZ so low, finished off by score. Just been some great moves so far from IHC. This shot, bLitz goes through the CT smoke. mezii now has the clutch. 20 seconds and still has to clear out the B-bomb side. He has done a very good job there, and Annihilation's low. Luckily swings and connects the shot. Looking at the group overall though, Jason, if you look at the remaining teams you've got here, who have you got going through? Because I think Eternal Fire's looked pretty good recently. Yeah, they have. And I mean, I think with, I've mentioned this, everyone is very positive about this Fnatic team, and they, you know, and for good reason. Yeah. I think you'd probably put them as the favorite to go all the way through, but I mean, IHC and Eternal Fire both are a little bit of trap matches for them. Both these teams highly skilled and are able to cause some upsets, obviously. So Fnatic has a really, really hard day today, despite the fact that neither of the opponents are playing against are any kind of big name. But I'd still kind of lean towards Fnatic. Oh, good timing for Techno. KRIMZ turned his back, was about to turn the corner with a flashbang from Roy. So again, that individual style of sending a player forward, trying to set him up for a challenge, has fallen flat. Well, Roy is called as AK-47 the raw sauce, and you can see why. Annihilation peaks and dies. And Roy now looking to move forward. His teammates coming in behind him. And FASHR was just blown away by that. Roy also goes down, and now it's mezii fighting the final 30 seconds. He will also fall, leaving only nicoodoz in a 1 versus 2. Now, I see a chance here, Jason. He's got a lot of time. Yeah, but that fake plan is going to chew a lot of it off. Now he don't think he has time to reposition out of the bomb site itself. He's going to have to just hold on, and that is bad. nicoodoz sitting in the site. This is kind of fumbled right now. He's under a lot of pressure. The utility forcing him into the uncomfortable spot of the corner, and they know exactly where he's gone. That's just so well played from IHC. I mean, that's a clutch. Just, I mean, look, there was a small chance he was going to win that trapped in the bomb site, but a clutch won by utility, both from nicoodoz himself with the Molotov. They might know what they have to do, but executing it is a different story altogether. Here goes mezii, charging up Banana as the front man. Nate goes around the corner. And mezii swings. One play here, burning, but it's score. He'll at least gets one before being cremated. Yeah, fair play. I mean, he stayed in the burning in the Molotov just to get that one single kill. Back to the other side of the map, and IHC promptly closes off the choke point. Flashbang to come through. KRIMZ and Roy going to take control anyways. Brute force. Artak's got to be careful. Made a footstep, and he goes back for it. That might have been ill-advised. It's all on Techno. What a shot. But now he's overwhelmed. One more kill for him, and disappearing behind the smoke. That's really solid from Techno 4K. And Fnatic, once again, this is probably one of the better positions they've been in, but it still doesn't feel great. You got nicoodoz, who's heavily damaged at 32 HP. He'll play inside of the pit. See how IHC get back into this one. Still got some utility left too on Annihilation.
Techno with low HP should hold for the pit peak at this broken wall, and the rest of the rifles try and make their way in, and Roy puts a stop to it quickly.
Yeah, it's a big P from Roy. He just drops back into the site again. nicoodoz, remember, is low, but he's got such a strong position. And finally, fnatic will pick up their first round. And people, you know, I was looking up at this huge eagle. I think it's called the Harpy Eagle.
Sure.
They can literally take monkeys out of trees.
Yeah, and the golden eagle picks up mountain goats and drops off the mountain, and that's how they get their food. Those are some crazy videos. YouTube that real quick. Score playing behind the smoke. Utility exchange. It's nicoodoz who's taking the brunt of damage, and he's going to eat a little bit more. I thought there was a second nade coming. Down to 13 for nicoodoz.
Oh, he's got absolutely destroyed.
He thinks it's all over.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I've survived the absolute blitz, but here it comes. The final nade catches you when you least expect it. fnatic once again having to face the problem of being in a 5 versus 4.
Man, this utility, well done from IHC. 1 kill, you bring FASHR and mezii down to 65 and 66.
Let me look how much utility damage you've got. So on score, 179 utility damage, blitz 145, and the lowest is 35 on Techno 4K. So everyone's kind of chiming in at the moment. This smoke has a big gap, Jason.
Has a huge gap, but at least it's working for bLitz. Now it's going to fade at some point. You imagine he's going to want to reposition. He does have a teammate boosted up on flowers behind him. And this is always going to be a B hit. fnatic haven't considered anything else. Annihilation is starting to get a little spidey sense tingling because he's starting to shift over towards CT spawn.
They're going to molly out coffins. Second Molotov is towards Dark, and that is not going to put bLitz under pressure whatsoever, but it will limit the positions they can play from, so they can focus on Nubox and score on the drop down, on the fadeaway. Takes out mezii, and oh, Annihilation was so close to bringing down the bomb planter, but FASHR is defending, and a second kill on Annihilation allows the bomb to go down, and FASHR is showing why he's called the Masher. He's got a AWP out, and just all Techno left. He's at spawn, and it's very difficult to get past this op. He's sprinkling damage onto FASHR. Instead of reloading, switches M4 instead. And he's desperately trying to find a way back into this, but it's going to be hard having to cross into the open for a brief moment. He knows that AWP is pinned at Nubox, but FASHR just isn't peeking. It's the discipline to stay away, even after you've hit all those shots, just allowing the round to take on over. Ooh. Annihilation's going to pull away from that top mid fight. As you mentioned, there is a big group of players here for fnatic around top mid at the moment. Roy, again, is always finding some space. He's pushed up close towards long. He might be set up here to fight bLitz. A really good flash to nicoodoz. The old Flames boys pull off the first kill, and Roy's going to continue through the archway. Techno in the library. Well, he is silenced. Roy continues to move through spawn. This is incredible from Roy so far. Annihilation has to step up here.
I don't know if he can get more than one in this position. Blinded, obviously. It clears. Yeah, just one. Surely this is traded.
Oh, misses the shot. That's not what you want to see here for IHC after having so many clean rounds to kick this off. fnatic come back with what is going to be a flawless round here.
Yeah, really good utility again from fnatic. The flashbang for Roy on Rap side, which is great against bLitz, and obviously the flashbang that made Annihilation just feel really awkward in a scenario where he had to be aggressive to try and hold on to the round. KRIMZ playing with the camera. I don't think I've seen that in his long and storied career until today.
Gotta love KRIMZ, man. But just the fact that when we were doing that Champions of the Champions this morning, like you look at the fnatic teams, and KRIMZ is just a feature of so many of the rosters, and he's still here playing at this level.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really, really awesome.
That felt like a replay. nicoodoz just gets another similar pick towards top banana. Techno exposed to mezii. And it's all done again.
Yeah, IHC needs to get a little bit of patience in this second half. They're starting to really get picked apart super early in these rounds, and they're getting picked and players dying in positions where it allows fnatic to work the map really, really well and opens up so many options for them. So these early deaths that IHC is giving over are just making fnatic's life very easy.
Here comes Score. He's had some nice shots already, but reads Roy. And he's just looking to hang on to this. I think the problem with IHC is they've played, sure, when they turn up to Katowice with Inferno in their back pocket, it looks sick because they pull up a couple of upsets. But when you come to another event, I think Pro League really exposes your weaknesses because you're going to play a lot of games. It really shows that you don't have a deep map pool. Inferno is going to be watched by every one of their opponents.
Yeah, that's like the next evolution of any team, right? Like coming to compete at this level is, you know, it's cool to see some of those upsets, but then you have to. Who did?
You can see that that's kind of it. There's a little gap on that smoke towards B that bLitz likes to play around. They have a couple of cool boosts they like to go for. But once you kind of watch those and realize there are some of the moves to look out for, they don't really find as much success.
And I'll tell you what, this aggression, these positions in Banana have really backfired for like the past 4 or 5 rounds now. Another opening kill for fnatic in Banana. And the early peaks in aggression from IHC is actually their undoing. Annihilation with the AWP trying to peek around the smoke, but again, great utility. He goes down for free, and IHC completely lose control of this opening half of Inferno.
Just 2 players left, Bartek and Techno 4K. To have to attempt it due to it being the last round of play in the first. But way back in is very hard to see at the moment. Bartek's coming back over from Speedway. But fnatic are safely tucked inside of this B side. They even got nicoodoz out towards Banana. Sure, some utility for IHC, but fnatic have some of their own, and they're just holding them back. Techno 4K not seeing any opportunities arising towards him. They have smoked off Banana at least, and Techno gets caught through the smoke by nicoodoz. Not the player I was expecting to close it. Here we go. fnatic pull it back. 9-6 lead versus IHC in the final day of Group A.
Well, this has been a weird game. It's been two runs from each team in the first half, and they were both extremely dominant. It was like the other team didn't even have a chance, and obviously if the scoreboard shows the whole thing, 6 rounds in a row to start the half for IHC, and then from 0 to 6, fnatic comes storming back to win 9 in a row to end the half. So a little bit weird, a little bit crazy. And now we got dualies on Roy back at the balcony. nicoodoz as well at the broken wall in pit, FASHR in support. But Roy with these dualies is going to have a huge role to play.
The P2000, a classic weapon used in a classic way by nicoodoz. A good headshot, Roy on the double with the dualies, and nicoodoz is just staying alive, buying as much time as he can. And no, he does a little bit more than that. Lovely work from nicoodoz.
12 rounds straight now for fnatic.
Well, let's see if nicoodoz can just continue to be the key. He's just opening up everything. Right now, probably more of a battering ram.
Look at the way fnatic want to fight for banana control. They don't want IHC to have any comfort in this part of the map. A lot of utility being dumped and spent with that third player here. KRIMZ this time goes down. Score opens things up. It's going to pull nicoodoz back towards the B bomb site, and mezii falls next.
Score is just so good to watch mechanically. Here he goes, continues to run forward. nicoodoz peeks around, and Score finally removed, but he's done so much for his team. He's created space, and this is the best looking round for IHC in a long time.
Yeah, they have to win this. The question is, can nicoodoz grab one more kill before the retake begins? Are fnatic going to go for it? Roy's still all the way over at the A bomb site, and I think they might just give it up. Roy's not moving. So this round is going to be IHC finally breaking the 12-round streak off the back of Score's double opening up Banana. Double stack and halls, Roy and FASHR. Oh, this could obliterate everything. IHC's coming right at this. Techno's going to be the first. Oh, 1 for 1. Great trades from IHC to pick up the pace. nicoodoz is here.
Goes into the fight. That's incredible. He actually just runs up and he gets the mid pick too. nicoodoz is on one right now, and he stayed alive. Flash goes up. nicoodoz burned out of position, but doesn't care. He'll reposition quickly behind the safety of the pillar. In the meantime, though, his teammates are getting caught and scoring the double. Suddenly, it's all just nicoodoz. The clutch and another incredible shot. He's on for a 4K, but he's up against the sharpest tool and score! Oh, damn! nicoodoz with all the shots. Great movement. Well, I see still have a buy at least, but they will feel a little red-faced. I think he just got spanked by nicoodoz, so...
yeah, this is where you got to have someone on the team who's just confident in the fact that you put yourself in a good position, even if it's ripped out of your hands. mezii again, deep down middle. They go for this push one more time. Perfect flash from KRIMZ. That's from Banana.
Now they know because they've just cleared out Banana, so you have to realize that the rest of the forces are going towards A.
Well, you might think they're stuck behind the smoke. You might not expect this kind of a waterfall, but I don't think there's going to be nades to set this up. They're just going to walk out. Hard clear onto FASHR. Easy kill for him. Annihilation gets the trade, and now no defense from fnatic is present.
Yeah, they didn't get to the site, but Roy is still fighting it. Nice shot onto the AWPer. And just down to 2 players. This one not looking great for IHC. We're just looking at a few moments away from fnatic's 14, unless bArtak and Techno 4K can dig themselves out of this.
bArtak has the bomb, though, and he's deploying all this utility to give him some safety, but he's got to relinquish the pit position. So now they're both going to be stuck in the bomb site in a 4-on-2.
At least there's no utility for fnatic. That is what's positive here, but KRIMZ immediately catches bArtak looking the wrong way. Techno's position now giving up. A good double, but that's all you can really hope for as fnatic pull off the retake. They stay composed, they find their way back in, and now they're looking at 14 rounds. nicoodoz, another one. And he's going to just keep going, but finally, Annihilation, even while blinded, commits to the kill. mezii swung into the open, set up with a flash himself. It's a 1-for-1. IHC with 23 seconds still have to deal with KRIMZ inside of this B site, and there's a quick flank coming up Banana right now. KRIMZ just needs to stay alive. The longer he stays alive, the more this round looks good for fnatic. Roy gets one in the flank, then KRIMZ intelligent, and that's map point for fnatic.
bArtak with the only rifle, just a Galil, and he's going to take a peek up middle.
nicoodoz still looking for 30, would have to ace if they want to end this round. I don't think that's happening because KRIMZ is under quite a bit of pressure, but there is one player that can handle that pressure and not crack. It would be KRIMZ, who just gets two right away. Now the rotation is starting to come back in. The cavalry will arrive, and the push to the smoke. I don't see this going very well for bLitz, but he actually body blocks into one player and manages to get away with one, but it's just Annihilation, and it will be fnatic that dish out the most one-sided defeat on Inferno for IHC this year. They figure them out. Definitely, and Chad was showing us a little bit earlier before this map started what we have to look out for on the CT side of IHC at times. So here we go. Quick play from fnatic in towards B. bArtak is going to be here with a lot of players. There's quite a stack over on this B bomb site right now for IHC. And bArtak dancing around the pillar alongside Techno. They're taking every kill. And fnatic are held at the door. They're just not getting through. Maybe nicoodoz can get something, but it's just one. And IHC won the pistol. That's an important factor.
In the old days.
Oh, score. He's having fun in the playground. Couple of kids up to no good. Score causes trouble in the neighborhood. bLitz is inside of the connector. And well, FASHR is not committing up there. The fire burning away the stairways, but this is another round for IHC.
Yeah, he heard the Molotov burn bLitz a little bit, who's also hustling all the way back. FASHR's going to get caught by Annihilation, and now it's just KRIMZ, and this is just deja vu to Inferno, where, I mean, the early rounds, the early opening rounds were very strong in the favor of IHC. A couple of nice kills from KRIMZ.
Oh, he's heard score as well.
Ooh, this is actually, I mean, IHC score has to be very careful. He's on his own.
Oh, does he read where KRIMZ is?
And he doesn't.
No, he doesn't think about it. KRIMZ has pulled this one back. Now an ace clutch on the cards.
They didn't need to be this aggressive either because they had the bomb up at Playground. They could have everyone just met up with score at Playground and held on to the bomb for the entirety of the round.
Thing is, overpass is huge, Jason. There's a lot of land mash you have to cover here, and he has to get that bomb back and get it to a site.
I don't know if he's going to go for this anymore at this point. Like 24 seconds, like he's assuming that they're going to be covering this and he's just kind of sprinting, but you had no chance of making it to the site. And KRIMZ with these 3 kills has actually done a good job of just making it expensive at the very least.
Yeah, definitely made it expensive. Thought there was maybe a chance, but can't really go for some of these around-the-world clutches on overpass.
Chadwick, we get a little check-in from you. Test 1, 2. Mike's coming up soon.
No printers.
Oh, Roy turns and finds score in the corner.
Oh dear.
Score should have had that kill locked in, and now KRIMZ is deploying this common boost, but bArtak checks for it, and that is such an important kill to find for IHC.
I think he got caught by that boost bArtak the other day against EG. He was behind the pillar, and he got his like little backpack spotted and spammed away. So playing a different position to not get caught, so well handled.
And just keeping your mind on the fact that boost is going to come in at some point.
All the time.
That would have been a really deadly kill to take as well. That would have been a 5-on-3 for fnatic, so good on bArtak. fnatic hasn't really moved out of these positions, though. I mean, outside of... I mean, they've just basically controlled short water for this entire round, just waiting for their moment.
Yeah, they're doing their best Outsiders cosplay right now.
This is kind of what fnatic like to do. Run that clock down to its final few seconds, and here they go. 20-second mark in towards the B site. bArtak has got a pretty decent spot to deal with this, but starts to move as they start to come in, and Techno's run out of ammo. That's very unfortunate to watch. fnatic are into the site. Should start to plant the bomb soon. 8 seconds. mezii maybe think about not fighting. He's repositioning. He missed the Molotov.
Is there time?
And well, he might.
There is, yeah. He's got it.
Just about got it. He came off it because he thought the Molotov was going to land on top of him, but he's able to get it down at least. Around fnatic with the headshot. It's mezii on the Deeg. This is exactly the kind of playstyle fnatic would love to play against with how slow they're playing. Just get all the map control you want without having to burn any nades, and then at the end you just have a perfect final execution. There's KRIMZ just tasked with throwing some utility out of B, keep the CT players there, and then you can focus with this fnatic final move in towards the A bomb site.
And they have so many nades to execute with, right? They got 4 mollies. Yeah, they have only had to use one molly to get their early map control.
And once again, another boost. They're going to know both players are in that position. This is a hard position to fall back from during an execute as well, so they could get real trapped. Now, thankfully, bLitz has just arrived for support.
Score's boost is still good, but he's just missed the chance, and KRIMZ seen him on the cross back. And so KRIMZ is able to hit the headshot, gap in the smoke, annihilation down, it's all toppling. Finally, bLitz steps up and does something for IHC, but they've already lost the sight. They're making the rotate back through, and at this point, it feels like they have a chance to go for it, but Roy domes him through the wall.
Yeah, that one's not ideal, is it? Bartek, the low HP player, just gets removed from the equation very easily. FASHR has a Mac 10 here. Are they going to go fast with this here? Because Roy could have dropped across an AK. The same conversation to be had with nicoodoz or KRIMZ. So
they're going
fast, real fast.
FASHR's just running.
Run boost.
Oh, they've run over the top of him, but FASHR's able to watch it. He watches it happen right in front of him, and the quick B play looked like it was going to work for fnatic, but suddenly the kills favor the side of IHC. But mezii's still in here. He's still in the middle of the enemy lines, and bLitz will see him, take him out, leaving just nicoodoz, who takes an instantaneous dink. He's down to 12, and he'll start to move through, but it feels like a futile effort now. IHC about to take the lead. There we go, 5-4. IHC in the lead here on the CT side. You can smoke out long here.
Would be well timed.
It is very well timed. Does Roy? No, he's not going to walk through it. Surely not. Oh, but it's Roy. And he goes right through and gives his life away. nicoodoz with a quick trade. Now that's the rifle gone. And you can see Annihilation doesn't feel comfortable about staying on the site with no rifle support. So he'll drop back to bank. And unfortunately for Annihilation, misses the shot. And the second one too. He's continuing to fight this, and finally on the third time of asking, knocks the player down. But he's under a lot of pressure, a lot of scrutiny, and Annihilation stands tall.
fnatic's given Annihilation plenty of opportunity to get those kills. mezii's in the bomb site.
He's going to hold for the swing up the stairway. Good kill. Actually, through the wall bang, and Annihilation has everything to do now, but mezii, the in-game leader, stays composed, and fnatic on the board again.
FASHR
posting up to a line, getting that kill, making sure that he can't just get stepped down on by nicoodoz, who also has 6 kills so far, but I think he'll change that. Just scores. Spotted. Should be dead, surely. Score.
Yeah, back away. Yeah, you're a little bit of a gift that you're alive right now. Just get the hell out of there. Outside of score in like round, what, like 3, 2 maybe? Like, IHC really hates aggression towards blue door down the stairs.
Yeah, it has been an awful lot, really. And same with towards A. So,
oh no, Annihilation wanted some impact. Well, he's gone first.
Just a beautiful combo there. Flash and dead.
Well, he's having a frustrating half here on the CT side.
Really good work there from fnatic to force that opening.
And look how quickly they're just going to convene into a B hit, and they're even sending Roy aggressively up A long. He's clearing out bathrooms right now to make sure he's safe. If he can establish some presence, throw that smoke, that lurk smoke to be able to creep up long. Oh, they're just going to pop. Contact. Techno never had any chance, any idea, and everyone else is out of position. Misread from IHC, and it should be
here goes
the 7th round for fnatic.
Yeah, Roy just comes out long, finds himself score, trying to get back down to B, but it's just
too easy, isn't it?
Just a few moments away from fnatic securing 7. And they've done well to just get a few extras squeezed out at the end of this half. nicoodoz takes down Bartek, and just bLitz. He'll hide behind the smokes, but it's just a few seconds away because Roy is on that flank. bLitz remembers that. He knows that Roy's taking down his teammate, but there we go. fnatic gets 7 on the T side of Overpass and are set on a collision course to take themselves a 2-0 victory over IHC.
Pistol round live in the second half. IHC facing elimination. They need to win this map to take us to Nuke and keep fighting at ESL Pro League. But they got to go against double dualies.
So what you're telling me is there's no chance, Jason?
They don't have a chance.
Not a single opportunity, because nicoodoz even has the P2002, and we know how good that can be. And he's got the dual Berettas, the P2000 setting up the chance. Here come the dualies, slamming down it on the table. Roy throws it all down, and nicoodoz helps. Kind of what we expected, Jason. perfect analysis heading into that one.
I love how he just spammed as fast as he could, and there was still so many bullets that he could slow it down and just start tapping.
It's kind of ridiculous.
That was awesome. He's falling back to it now, I think. But with this like current split they have going on with Score and Techno at long, the main thrust of this attack is going to be swinging off the long angle. 20 seconds.
nicoodoz plays in the swap truck. Roy gets caught. nicoodoz at least finding one here for fnatic. Can whoa, okay. mezii looks the FAMAS, makes the FAMAS look good rather, and I don't know how he's done that, but holds down for a 3K.
And here we go, round 21. AWP out on nicoodoz. Roy's going to get aggressive yet again. And this is the kind of defense you didn't see from IHC in the first half that Chad was calling for. It's on is like, get aggressive, get in their face, have this presence. Look how suffocating it can be.
Yeah, it's kind of wild to see that not come through for IHC, but Roy's made it work to perfection. Maybe giving them something to look at. mezii inside of connector is putting a bit more pressure on them too, and they didn't really see a lot of this either, Jason. I think you brought that up in the first half.
I actually really ignored this kind of push of the map. Outside of, I think it was Score pushing down with like an SMG at one point, or like early on in half. Good rebuttal from bLitz, and they know mezii's down there as well because he's got the kill. So bLitz wants to chase him, but this is the bomb, and that's a big win. Big swing. bLitz with 18 kills, leading the way for IHC.
Oh, bLitz taking a lot of damage. I'm surprised he's even standing still at 2 HP.
Not worth it. He got, what, 2 damage in return on FASHR? 4 damage?
Every little helps. Let's see. Score is coming out monster. Annihilation setting up some fake utility in towards A, hoping they can pull at least one player away from B. And it's actually worked.
Well, problem is they already saw like one player at B, so I don't think they're going to bite too hard on this rotation, especially now that you see Score out monster. Yeah, it's going to bring everyone back. That's a great angle, though, tapping away with the AK.
Yeah, Score's actually managed to hit that headshot and open up space into the site. They start to move forward. Smoke still available for IHC. Score's actually dropped into the water and catches KRIMZ reloading. Now it's just nicoodoz, and it's all Score. All right, FASHR been let off the leash to play this round. The door's blown wide open, and that smoke won't last forever. So FASHR is in a bit of a dangerous spot, but you need to take some risks.
I think FASHR's going to be very happy that Bartak threw that smoke. Feels like he has a little bit of safety now towards the door. Only one angle that he's really all that concerned about.
They're coming back to B. That's an opening through the wall straight on towards Bartak. Great kill from mezii to pick up. They've just re-smoked Monster as well here for fnatic. And now to walk into FASHR, but FASHR, he doesn't stick the landing at all.
That'll be frustrating.
That's really frustrating.
I think at this point, though, I just have to be a little patient, slow it down. This is where you want to activate Techno out towards long. He's clearing things up. He's not in a position to pounce on it immediately, but if you can have him maintain some presence, maybe you can pull some defenders away. But mezii, once again, brings him back into an advantage.
bLitz. Oh, that is sick. He's not ready for the third player, but the first two were great, and it does put Techno, his friend of Annihilation, in a position where they can maybe pull this one off. But nicoodoz, good idea.
Almost perfect time for Techno.
Yeah,
that's good awareness from nicoodoz coming back up. It'd be very easy for him to just try and slide in over towards Truck without thinking, because he just vacated the position. So Annihilation has just got to desperately plant inside the smoke and hope he's not pushed. He won't be. 2-on-1, and nicoodoz is going to play it patiently and wait for Roy.
Wow, there is a chance. Annihilation is known for clutching every now and then. But fnatic cannot let this happen. They cannot let this kind of round slip. nicoodoz is just being very patient. Now Roy has finally joined him. Just one flash left. Jump spot there, peeked from nicoodoz. Getting ready to peek into this. There comes the flash, the jump around the corner. There's been a tap on the defuse too to put pressure on Annihilation and force him into the peak. And they play that one really well. Bartak, he's already through. He spotted KRIMZ's head, but now they have to go because the utility's starting to come in. And FASHR this time from the pillar brings down 3. It's not the 1-for-1 for the Dutchman. And IHC have not broken through.
Yeah, but it's a team flash. That's a horrendous time forward as well. The support flash from mezii never comes out, but Annihilation blinded 2 teammates. Mistimed push through Monster. And all they can really do is hope and pray that they can reconvene towards the other side of the map. bLitz has got to find an advantage. And he's got a small window of opportunity as nicoodoz with the AWP. He's going to be the rotator back to the first A bomb site. He's just doing it now, but bLitz is going to gain a lot of ground.
He's sprinting. He's got the position, and nicoodoz just gets one tapped. One bullet. Easily connected, and now IHC are on for 15. bLitz has got the right read. He's got that Grandmaster brain worrying up, and KRIMZ, though, he beats him. He beats him in the fight. Now Annihilation, he has to clutch. 15 rounds, Loom, if he can blow off this 1 versus 2. And he's still at long. It's the same position we've seen him in multiple times in these clutches. Yet to be able to pull it off. KRIMZ is slow about this. Annihilation has to know where KRIMZ is coming from, and they've got to be a little bit quicker now. KRIMZ is the player with a kit. mezii doesn't have a kit, nor any utility. A missed shot from Annihilation, though. He's missed way too many of these, and he has to go for this time. KRIMZ is slow. Swing him, fight him, and the P250 brings him down. Annihilation has the clutch. It's 15 rounds for IHC. Now, this is the reaction from fnatic, is to send 2 players to Monster to try and get info. Maybe they can start to send FASHR off on a flank. bLitz is the player just cutting off those rotations and holding the connector down, though.
Yeah, that might be a game-winning information play moving at Monster, or a round-winning, I should say, for fnatic, because they've got 3 defenders here. Roy's in a tough position in bathrooms. Fast flank from FASHR is going to come up the stairs as well. Oh, no. The hold isn't that great.
It's not great at all, but KRIMZ and Roy recovering this. bLitz does find Roy, but it's about this flank of FASHR, and he pushed through Monster. It does look like that might be the winning play this round. Annihilation won't be able to find KRIMZ this time and win a 1 versus 2. A Molotov for Divider to clear that out.
I think it's got to be all contact. I don't think you can throw anything, because you can throw the smokes all you want, but you have no flashbangs to really go with them. So
I think nicoodoz gets 1 here, Jason.
Oh, certainly, especially with this contact. It's perfect time to have the AWP. There's the first.
He's going to look for a second here, too, and he'll absolutely lock that one in. Overtime looks pretty much 100% confirmed now. Just bLitz left, and fnatic, they stay up. IHC unable to close and capitalize on that opportunity to close out overpass, and now the odds certainly shift to fnatic's favor. This is the one. This is first blood.
I think KRIMZ has the jump on this as well. I don't think Score's ever going to expect it. How long does KRIMZ stick around, though? Smoke's about to fade.
He's got his crosshair right in his head, so... Oh! Everything was going KRIMZ's way, but when you're inside of the smoke, you do have an advantage when you phase it. So, a nice kill from Score. KRIMZ just didn't see him in time. And now FASHR's turn as he gets aggressive, pulls one back from fnatic in a second. Huge impact from FASHR, but oh, the wall bang.
That's huge.
Oh, Score is really doing this single-handedly at the moment.
Oh, look at Roy. Look at Roy. This is
great.
Here. A really late push to wrap around towards long. Now he's got some information. Now he doesn't realize Techno is all the way close up to the A bomb site, so there's a little bit of the snake in the grass still for IHC.
You know, Score has slipped out. He's done everything he can for IHC, but his work is done. It's all about this final move into A, and Techno has a 1 versus 1 fight against nicoodoz, but the AWP gets the timing, and now Annihilation is so separated from his teammate that it's a clutch, sure, but it's going to be really difficult to even get into this.
Yeah, that's the second time Techno might have had a timing on nicoodoz. Just really good awareness from nicoodoz, and then he backs off to be passive and patient. And he's saying, you know, the bomb plant doesn't really matter in overtime. We'll let you have it. We want to know exactly where you are. mezii is here. Roy's going to have a fast flank, and now they know. And Roy's going to pop up the top of the stairs to stop this regardless. That's a great flick, but the round's done.
Yeah, nice shot. But he gets tapped away, and fnatic tie things up 16-16. bLitz is about to pop in towards the B site.
Well, I think ooh, there it is. Techno having some impact at A. Solo position. Roy trying to push up like he did in the previous round, and now bLitz can be activated. Sees the barrel, but wants nothing to do with the fight. Gonna back away. KRIMZ and FASHR get aggressive to make sure nobody's escaped. And IHC adjusts on the map. They leave Score in position to challenge in the late round, but they like these advanced positions from Techno and Bartak.
mezii's just exchanged position nearly with Techno. I thought Techno walks around the corner, but
mezii the only one here.
Yeah, mezii in a weird spot too. There's no really falling back from this. You're just fully committed into these fights. And FASHR through the smoke. Another kill this time on Score, but it's all about mezii. Out towards the bathrooms. Oh, Annihilation goes into the open. Not ready, but Techno 4K activates quickly, gets the trade in, and now can take down his nemesis that is nicoodoz.
Good utility from IHC, though, means he doesn't really have to.
And nicoodoz is in the bank. His problem is there's a player on his left side, and the bomb plant, will be confirmed. Bartak takes nicoodoz down, and IHC are still fighting here in overtime. It's just KRIMZ stuck in the bathrooms, and he ain't winning this 1 versus 3. They're fixated upon this possibility. He'll climb up, and spotted. Now the crossfire should trap him in. And IHC will once again take the lead. Slips out and unfortunately will not be able to get anything. So another round for IHC, and they're in the lead again.
Bananas.
Yeah, bananas in the toilets.
I'm getting a little hungry.
No, but some people do call it banana.
Oh, miss smoke. Miss smoke means this cross is actually deadly. Techno takes a ton of damage and he has to back away, so miscue from IHC.
Ooh, Annihilation had a little gap, and nicoodoz doesn't beat the AWPer on the other side.
That low HP on Techno could actually have huge impact. bLitz might be a little nervous to rotate, although he is starting to shift back and think of the idea. fnatic's going to start moving up towards the A site. KRIMZ at long and a 3-man push up the main stairs.
Molotovs, flashes, all deployed. It's mezii throwing all the utility, sending his troops in to attack this site, but Score is holding. The turret is fully primed and ready. And KRIMZ once again, last player alive, and none of these clutch positions have been winnable for KRIMZ. It's 18-16. Again, IHC find themselves on map point. Annihilation aggressive towards long two by bLitz. He is going to use this push to get the first kill of the round. Roy is caught, and the advantage now of IHC. They're 4 kills away from closing it, and KRIMZ doesn't go wide enough. He's scared about the connectors, so he doesn't get anything from the boost. And they're going to dismount, not going to go for that.
Advantage of manpower and of information. Score is already pushing. He's going to start wrapping behind, but Annihilation is very far away from the action, so bLitz has to hustle. And fnatic slow playing this is going to buy time, and here comes.
The attack's coming in, Score's coming in on the flank. It's all about getting through here, but they're not breaking through Techno. He gets a double. fnatic completely disjointed. And I'm sure soon to be disappointed. Overpass will be going the other way. Unless something massive can come out of mezii and nicoodoz here. 40 seconds. 4 more players to collect. Score's flank spotted. mezii turns back. It's now a 2v3.
And that's opened up the escape route. That's opened up the escape route entirely. They love the fact that they just killed the flank. Annihilation has got to get back to the A bomb site. Techno and Bartek are still parked at B. They're a little bit nervous. So once again, it's all on the AWPer of IHC.
And Annihilation's missed some crucial shots in this series. He cannot afford to drop the ball here, but he has just let them come up to the site. They're playing to allow the bomb plant. They're playing for retake, and nicoodoz catches Annihilation. This was IHC's all day long, but fnatic have pulled it back. A 2v2 that you've got to favor fnatic in. nicoodoz is watching for boosts, all kind of maneuvers that could have allowed them back in, but all that is coming towards him is easy dry peeks. Bartek stuck on the stairs. A nice headshot, but needs to take out nicoodoz. He's got a kit, but no utility.
There's a smoke and bank. He's going to get the smoke and bank. His teammate called it out. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. He's found it. He's found the smoke. He's now picked up the AK-47. He'll throw the smoke onto the bomb. At the time, it's so close already. Throws the smoke out. Has to get on the defuse.
There's no way.
And there's just no time for it. Oh, IHC, they were in the perfect position to close. They had all the advantages. That felt like that was their map. We're about to see IHC choke another map point, I think. This is a real possibility now for fnatic to bring us to double overtime.
That was a 2-on-4.
Yep. You can't close that. Well, you're going to be put in the tumble dryer. fnatic just back to the slow standard play. mezii coming up connector, clearing out all of the close corners. And again, we're back to that passive setup, but Annihilation, he can't afford to miss this shot. Sees a bit, misses it. Draws behind Dice. Oh, good nade. A lot more needed. Here they come, fnatic. Attacking into the A site. That lure smokes out and actually helping fnatic try and get into the site, but Scores rifle from the corner. Another double kill. Bomb down, fnatic. Oh, they're crumbling. Oh, the nade comes in. It's a 5 versus 2 this time. Surely they can't let slip this one. KRIMZ has taken Score out finally, but Score's work is already done. The ramifications of it have been felt. And nicoodoz, a 1v4 ahead of him. Missing every shot that comes his way, and it's IHC to take overpass. They force map 3 versus fnatic.
That's great mentally for IHC. That's going to revitalize you, give you a bit more focus coming into new right now.
Yeah, and I mean, the nice thing if you're IHC is you had Score, who played a fantastic game, had massive impact on overpass. bLitz played a fantastic game as well. Annihilation had a good clutch. You had a bunch of things work out. Techno was good on the lurks, and here they go very fast.
Well, very quick indeed. bLitz goes out and gets a double. Now, how good was he on the second map? He was just incredible.
Round's over.
And yeah, straight away into the site, no issues. We'll see if Roy does anything here. Score just comes back into the lobby, and it's clean. IHC with the pistol.
And this is the thing, the gamble on the CT side. Start 3 heavy ramp in case it's a ramp rush. They run straight in towards the top site. You lose both the opening exchanges, and then you have to try and retake with the T's already set up. So, as I said, round over.
Yeah, I mean, the upper bomb side on Pisteron can be tough to defend. Even if you have all the resources there, there can be some awkward stuff that goes down. So, I mean, diminished, yeah.
It's the one round as well if you're the T side. Ooh. Maybe not the one round, but there it is. Techno will remove him. One of the rounds where you have a pretty good idea that the CT's...
Everyone vacates lobby,
but I like this.
Outside.
I like this, right? Knowingly going up against the first rifle round, allow the CTs to use the lion's share of their util. Now you get to dictate the pace of this with everything you've held on to. The smoke wall to be lined up, and they're pretty confident nobody's close. You can tell by the positioning of how they're throwing these smokes here. So all just scuttled across the ground. No need from spawn, and that means if Roy has seen the trajectory, he'll know that there are 3 players very close here.
He's doing a lot of damage through these smokes, but eventually they will just cross down secret with him. bAttack going first, the rest of the squad starting to make their way down. And
I think he did have the read, Chad, because there's 2 players dropped down in secret.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, here we go. mezii and FASHR set up together. mezii on the stairway, FASHR in the vent. How will IHC deal with this first obstacle? Utility goes in, flashes, Molotovs. Yet to really cause some pressure, and now they start to cross. mezii pops up with the first. They got in for the second player in the vent, but he just can't break through the in-game leader, who gets himself a double kill, and FASHR helps. Finally, Annihilation activates, and that's a nice second shot that opens up a pathway into B.
KRIMZ is here, though. KRIMZ can actually provide a little bit of resistance. Oh, decision to make. Techno's making plenty of noise. Going to make the flank down vents very easy for nicoodoz because he's got the bomb and he's got to get into the site. And now a perfectly lined flank is opened up.
Yeah, well, the bomb will at least go down, but getting more than that, it all comes down to this fight. And nicoodoz is going to win it immediately. Roy peeks with him, and they've got the job done.
Yes, they took the bounties out, didn't they?
Well, no, I think, at least where I live, the bounty's always the one left at the end.
I heard they took them out.
Damn.
We'll have to check the news on that.
Didn't know that. That's a sad day.
Well, no one's respected this smoke wall outside here from IHC. The fnatic individuals have not rotated down and getting ready for the top pop. So this is about to get biffy.
Here comes the attack. FASHR at the back of the site. Just Techno and bAttack. Those are some snappy kills. FASHR at least able to use the utility for one, and KRIMZ commits himself over the top of heaven. Maybe this push nicoodoz can get something. But the problem is, I don't think he's going to be ready for the player so passive at Squeaky Door, but he's going to hold anyway. They run back into the hut. And that's nicoodoz with a free kill, but it's Score now who will activate the close, and Annihilation works in tandem. A 4-1 start for IHC. There they go, into KRIMZ. This could be quite a meaty round for the Swede. Oh, just balls in the end, no meatballs, and he's going to go down.
That's the life of a ramp player. He just missed that timing on the first player coming through and made it real awkward and uncomfortable. But now they have some utility to make this worth. bLitz, that's very aggressive, and that's an AK-47 dropped, and once again, it's Roy to recover.
Well, not ready. 4K gets another one, and switches out, upgrades into the A1S.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
And the utility as well just keeps nicoodoz at bay. He can't quickly trade. And so with that smoke, that's actually locked IHC into some safe space. They can maneuver, they can reposition. nicoodoz doesn't feel comfortable about going to the other side of the double doors. So IHC with full time to play with. It's got a minute left and 3 players up. nicoodoz still trying to cause a few issues for them, but he's alone down here. And oh, a nice quick shot on Annihilation. Needs a bit more though.
They don't have any smoke to block any of these doors. They're just going to have to go for the plant at some point. And they're taking way too much time to find this player. nicoodoz has just stalled them out. And now his teammate FASHR is going to start getting in a really strong position. In ramp room, the flick up doesn't land.
Oh, that was so close, but here comes FASHR. And when his teammate's down,
this, surely.
But they can use their positioning, but Score ends up going down and they don't react. FASHR gets the double. Here comes the outside smokes again, tossed out for IHC. One player looking to play with it is bAttack. I'll just let him move. The problem yesterday for G2, and we interviewed Hooksy at the end of the day, he was saying Roy was the player that was causing them the most problems overall with how many good positions he found himself in. Well, he's here again.
Yeah.
And look at this, he's coming out. Here comes the attack into the top site though. Techno and bAttack, multiple kills in, and KRIMZ from heaven, again, good for one.
I think they knew that response, though, from Roy. Bartek just sat in the smoke waiting for him that whole time. KRIMZ goes down next.
Ooh.
So want to mess with nicoodoz. The op has got to jump the gauntlet, and indeed he does, but FASHR's ready and waiting. Clotheslined in lobby.
That's the
it's
bomb.
Score and Bartek in the complete wrong positions.
They have to run back into the lobby to get the bomb, and that means going into FASHR, who sprinkles more damage onto Score. They're holding him back. Nades being thrown in, flashes, everything. But the kitchen sink thrown at FASHR here. He still stands strong. Another kill for FASHR, and you'll lock it out. fnatic with 6, even when Roy gets caught.
Yeah.
Diagnosis?
Diagnosis is what's wrong. Prognosis is the treatment plan.
Okay, well, we need both.
Yeah, we do.
Just gonna go A again here. So this clear the game plan is do the smoke wall yard, hope it draws a rotation, executing towards the A side.
Oh, good Molotov. Incendiary from fnatic just holding him back, keeping him at bay inside of the lobby, and in the meantime, mezii's going to take that opportunity to push up into the hut. He should actually be good for at least one here, and he's got FASHR pulling the initial attention away, so mezii can still hold his spot. nicoodoz getting a kill too. fnatic looking very good on this hold. Finally, Score starts to create a little bit of space, but you've taken the sting out of the attack, and you know, only hope is really getting that bomb down B, and unfortunately Score's made it down the vent, but the bomb's left a squeaky door, and bLitz can't find the vent. Oh, so awkward.
Yeah, really starting to fall apart now, aren't they? Just from what was good ideas to just misses to now getting obliterated. This wasn't even a starter of a round here. They didn't get too many look-ins whatsoever.
The support players for fnatic right now on this map are playing really strong. nicoodoz being mobile with the op. He was positioned over towards ramp room. He's been there to help KRIMZ out a number of times, so they're a little concerned, but he's up that ladder quickly to add one more kill in. And then obviously Roy, we've seen a number of times moving around secret, falling back, coming over towards ramp room to help KRIMZ. He's also having a very good game. So the mobile players of fnatic are getting there at the right moments. They have a good read at this situation.
nicoodoz looking to catch one just before the smoke pops. He did see a player just out to the right side of his scope there, and bLitz is very quick about getting down secret. The rest of his teammates following suit this time.
They have no smokes though for down low. They have one on Score, excuse me.
And mezii's here already in the vent. First headshot is good. Annihilation needed to hit that, and he hits a great shot. Although Techno 4K not finding as much success, but Annihilation and Bartek go forward, and IHC are up a player. There's a player on the ramp already rotated down. Bartek, it's nicoodoz close towards him. And nicoodoz extends. If he overextends, but he gets another read. The awareness for nicoodoz in this series has been incredible. He should have went down there. FASHR's got caught towards secret though, and it's all on nicoodoz. I don't see IHC giving this one up. The positions are too strong. nicoodoz does have a kit and a smoke, but he has to cross into the path of Annihilation. And time's ticking. Annihilation closes. Really good round from him.
How are they straight towards lower with two individuals as soon as that's spotted? They're just immediately having these crossfires set up.
I mean, IHC's playing a very different game than what they played on Overpass or Inferno, right?
He's got himself the first bLitz just running into the AWP, and oh, he's under so much pressure. Perhaps speed is just the name of the game for IHC. Well, Roy again finding himself a really strong spot, and that's taking the sting out of the attack. Maybe he can get another one too. He knows he slowed this down, so why not? Why not go back for a double dip? Tastes better the second time.
Bang! What a swing from Bartek. Roy caught in between two places, not sure where to look. And this is somehow very doable for IHC. 2-on-2.
Oh, they're not going to molly over towards the double doors here. The doors are open. That's smoke. mezii could just disrespect this. They always get treated as walls. He's going to wait for his teammate, KRIMZ, to join the fun.
Okay, well, 6 rounds back on here for IHC. They're doubled up towards ramp, and there's a lot of utility here for Annihilation. Most importantly, that Molotov still up.
The bomb's not really in a great position to be protected by these two guys.
Yeah, there's a smoke here for KRIMZ. It really isn't planted for them at all, is it? It's a tough plant position. KRIMZ can't break the window just yet. He's letting that clock run pretty low. Eventually got to get on towards it. Annihilation goes to the utility belt first. mezii's got a great headshot, but you got a smoke. And that's going to immediately be thrown on towards the bomb. The defuse being stuck, and KRIMZ just holds it off.
Look, you can do something with this. And once again, if you win the second pistol round, that gives you a leg up, and you at least have some advantage to talk about. But also, we were surprised on Overpass. So let's let ourselves, be open to the idea of surprise here on Nuke as well.
Yep, I'm definitely open to anything at this point. bLitz has got in the vent with a knife. So maybe he might be able to get something done now, but Roy immediately jumping over the top of main, just swinging around towards Hell, and FASHR, his aggressive move, has got the first pick.
Yeah, same with Roy's, out towards the top of heaven. So Techno lost track of someone lurking out the door. Now you got to push in and make the play, and that's where fnatic's going to punish you.
Well, Bartak just down at Hell. Would be a hell of a clutch. But just the first step taken, bomb goes down, a second kill from Bartak.
Give him one more. Give him a chance. Give him a puncher's chance in this round.
Gotta make a big mistake here, fnatic, to let him fully into it, but they're not making too many mistakes right now. He has to go and fight KRIMZ, and he will get taken out. So, fnatic win the pistol. IHC nicoodoz up on the silo. The marshmallow or the Twinkie, whatever you want to call it. The Australians probably call it something really weird.
It's probably a bit crazy. Maybe they call it Tim Tam.
Tim Tam, yeah, that's a good one. We'll chat later. nicoodoz, though, doesn't matter what it's called, he's got himself one kill as Annihilation treads immediately. nicoodoz hangs around a little bit too long, overstays his welcome. Annihilation sees all the smokes coming up, and that's going to sever his information flow.
Goes for a timing shot as well. Roy's just going to walk. No information being gathered by Annihilation. He's looking for a gap that is not there. And the rest of fnatic now start leaning towards the ramp room to join up with Roy's position. So Bartak is going to be the man to have impact for IHC.
Bartak is just doing a good job of just forcing them away, scaring them away.
And nobody's had to rotate because he did such a good job.
Yep.
Nobody's had to move. Roy's going to rotate right back into the crosshair of Annihilation. Nice, easy kill towards the upper bomb site we go.
Annihilation looks for more, but another smoke up at his face. He just gets gray screen this entire time. FASHR comes in with a lovely shot on the Khalil. Bartak again keeping it real. And, ooh, down to the 2 versus 2. It's mezii making a difference once more. The in-game leader always leads by example. Just Annihilation. He did have a clutch on overpass, and he misses the shot, unfortunately, that would have kick-started it all.
4 and an M4 for Annihilation.
Well, it's been great seeing the Mongolians in Europe, but I think it'll be a little while till we see them again in a big competition, right? So
I'm curious, because I've heard they're going to spend some extra time here to boot camp, but I'm not. That hasn't been confirmed, so don't take it as gospel. But
yeah.
Obviously the next thing up is going to be the Asia RMR
in Mongolia.
In Mongolia, in their home country, which will be something special for them, I'm sure. But yeah, I guess the way you paint it now at this point is it's this team getting more reps at these tournaments, getting used to the conditions, getting used to how everything's done, getting used to playing the better teams and practicing the better teams on all the maps. And that's been a constant conversation, is increasing the map pool. Past Inferno.
Past one map, yeah.
Make
we
it
got
2.
We got the liquid fake 7 map pool, and now we got the IHC 1 map pool. Unfortunately, bLitz just has a big brain, so you can see it over the top that, and they just pick him off from afar. Bartak at least getting something here for IHC. It's not a clean sheet for fnatic, but it's certainly looking good for 15.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have the kill, but you've lost complete control of the map. So now you can see with outside compromise, Techno has to start flirting with Hut, and Bartak's going to start pushing up in ramp room, which is eventually going to put you in a dangerous position for Roy up on the roof. And fnatic is just waiting for any intel and what the next play is going to be before they make their decision. 30 seconds still left on the clock. mezii's outside deep with the bomb.
Ooh. Well, this is actually being pulled back single-handedly by Bartak. He pushes in, he gets another kill. And now we're back at a 3 versus 3. 20 seconds left for fnatic to push into the site. Score hot on their heels. Coming through. The bomb is down on the ground. KRIMZ and FASHR are getting the kills, but they've got to get the bomb to the site and find Bartak. And they will do exactly that. So 15-5. fnatic 1 round away.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And I mean, again, like we heard the conversation already. They've already, they've already prepared and practiced against this team, so they're kind of ready to go. For IHC, it's going to be tough. Obviously, a win over EG, but a loss against MIBR, loss against Outsiders. They would have liked to have put a few more on the board, especially after the really impressive upsets back at Katowice over Furia and over Cloud9. But yeah. They'll go home a little
disappointed. They would have
disappointed.
felt like they could have beat MIBR. I think that's the team they probably would have felt like they could have at least taken a map off, but they got 2-0 by them. KRIMZ holding Techno, taking a bit of a risk pushing forward. We'll see how far he wants to force the issue. Not going too far yet. KRIMZ will just have to be patient himself. In the meantime, we'll take an eye on what the teams are doing towards outside. It's FASHR putting pressure on Secret. bLitz forced up into the peak. What a great game he had on Overpass. A bit far quieter here on Nuke. Just 1 kill for him in this round before FASHR trades him out. Now Techno finally activates.
Yeah, KRIMZ didn't expect the angle. 3 on 4. Fnatic's going to have to recover. They've got 1 flashbang in their pocket. Just picked up a Molotov now. But there's nowhere on the map that looks easy for him at the moment. Good find from FASHR. That's Annihilation outside. And now all of a sudden they can start working this. 2 players defending the upper bomb site, which is what it looks like Fnatic wants to hit at the end of the day.
mezii climbing up to get ready to throw some utility in these final 35 seconds. There goes the Molotov in towards the top hut. FASHR starting to clear it out. Scores at Tetris, but the first peek actually come from Techno.
Ooh.
Score swings out immediately. FASHR reacts. Techno and Bartak, the last 2 Mongolians standing, and now it is only Techno 4K. Oh, I thought nicoodoz would have done it with a pistol, but it doesn't matter how he does it. They just get it done. Fnatic stay alive in EPL and knock out IHC. The Mongolians have to go home.